When did you feel beautiful? For me, it didn't happen in my childhood. Growing up, I didn't see people who looked like me. I didn't have parents who spoke about my complexion in a way that made me feel seen. I grew up feeling really self-conscious of myself. It wasn't until I was an adult, until I was in my 20s, where I started to feel super beautiful. I love my complexion. I love my hair. But what does your hair mean to you? My hair has always been a way for me to express myself. To me, it's always been an extension of who I am. Why was it important for you to create this shoot? Because as a child, I didn't really see images of Black women embracing softness, joy, and simply existing without having to perform strength all the time. I wanted to create the representation I would have loved to see growing up, to show that our emotions, our hair, our beauty, all of it is worth celebrating.
Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Esther, and today we're doing like a get ready with me in my living room. I tried to film this in like my vanity area, but it's just the lighting is better in the living room. The windows are great, so don't mind me, but I have my topical eye mask. If you haven't tried these, I feel like these are really good. And I put my hair back, so we're about to get into it. Down some topics that I wanted to talk about because I feel like I haven't done I haven't done a chit chat get with me on this channel. So, you know, let's talk about me. Let's talk about what I've been up to. Recently, I just did a creative project called Our Crown. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put some pictures up here. And I got a lot of questions about the process, me being a creative director, so I thought I would answer those. Also should share about myself. I feel like I haven't fully introduced myself on here on this platform, but yeah. Hi, my name is Esther. I am 22 years old. I turned 23 in September 14th, Virgo season. Comment if you're a Virgo. So I am a Virgo sun, Capricorn moon, and a Gemini rising. I feel like that's very fitting. I'm a very creative person, but I'm also very indecisive with the Gemini. And then Capricorn moon, Capricorns are very driven. I'm very driven. I'm very ambitious. And then Virgo sun, Virgos are just they tend to be very organized, very structured, and I'm a very structured. I need to be organized. And with that ADHD, I need some structure. I need some organization. Let me know your chart down below if you want to share. I know some people are very no, you can't know my chart. At least your sun, girl. You're so secretive, but at least your sun. For my brows, I like to use blush. I like to use the Volume 3 by Juvia's Place, this one. And I like it because it matches my hair. I feel like on camera, my hair looks very red, but it's not. It just really depends on the lighting. Sometimes it looks very red, sometimes it looks very orange, and then sometimes it looks a mixture of both, but I'm going for a ginger. I'm so excited for my birthday. I haven't decided what I want to do, but I know my hair is gonna look good. Brows are done. Now I am going to prime my face, and I feel like once you get a gist of who I am, you'll understand why this project was really significant to me. First, I am the oldest daughter of an immigrant family. If you know, you know. My parents are Tanzanian. I was born in Tanzania for a small part of my childhood, and then I moved to the United States in 2007. I moved around a lot as a kid. So when we first moved to the United States, I moved to Maryland. And then I lived in Maryland for a small part of my childhood, and then I moved to Colorado. I moved to Maryland, then Colorado, and then I didn't really like Colorado. I loved Maryland. I feel like Maryland really opened up my eyes to just having a diverse friend group, trying and being in different cultures. I really liked the school that I went to when I was a kid, and then going to moving to a state like Colorado was just kind of jarring, because it was just to be in an environment with so many different friend groups, so many different people, and then move to a school where it's just predominantly white people. It's a bit scary. Not that I have anything against white people. It's just as a kid who's from an immigrant household, and I never had I never questioned my background and who I am as a person, as a kid, because one, I was so secure in who I was because I went to a school with so many people from different walks of life. And then to go from that to going to a school where nobody looked like me, like there was so many white people. And it might have just been where like I was at, but there was a lot of white people. There was also a big population of Hispanic, so it was just like white and Hispanic people. And so that was a bit jarring as a kid. And so that shifted how I saw myself, and I also dealt with bullying.
Hi, Editing Esther. I felt like the kids at school did not have to tell me that I was beautiful. That's not really the point. I'm just saying that at school, I wasn't desirable. Like, I knew that the kids did not find me desirable. People were not hitting me up. Like, I just didn't feel attractive when I was in middle school and high school. Maybe my senior year, that's when I was like, okay, I'm trying to find myself, but also I just wasn't in a household where I was allowed to be fully myself. So most of the time I was masking or portraying a version that my parents wanted me to portray. And so I wasn't being me. And so, I don't know, I just didn't like that, period. I just felt really sad. And my parents didn't really help with that because they were adding to it. So I just didn't have an environment, besides like my siblings, I didn't have an environment where I could just be and I felt beautiful and seen. Not until I was in college, but we'll get into that.
Of course, there was a lot of good memories of like Colorado, and like it was beautiful. My parents didn't really love who they were, and they weren't really secure in themselves, and so they would project a lot onto me. And as a child, you soak that up, like you're soaking that up. And so if you're going to school and the kids at school are not telling you that you're beautiful and they're picking at you and making fun of you, and then you're going home and you're in an environment that's also picking at you and just bullying you, I just felt very ostracized as a kid, and I really hated myself. Like, I hated the way that I looked, I hated my hair. I really didn't start feeling like I was attractive till I was 20. Like, it took a long time for me to genuinely look in the mirror and love who I was looking at, and that was really hard. I talked about this recently with my therapist, and it was really hard. And it's kind of sad. Like, it's really sad when the people that were supposed to be, you know, encouraging you, uplifting you, were doing the opposite. And yeah, that took a long time and took a long while to really build my self-esteem and my confidence. And it really didn't help that my mom also didn't love herself too. So it's just like a lot of layers. Of course, now I am very confident in myself. I love myself. I love my complexion. Like, it's probably the most complimented thing that I get, which is very interesting now. It took me a moment to like stop seeking outside validation and really love like myself and love my complexion and love who I am. And yeah, so I wanted that project. I wanted the crown that I did to reflect where I'm at in life and just really shed light to Black women and shed light to our complexion, our hair, and just like, we're so complex as human beings, and especially as Black women. Like, I feel like we've always been told that we have to be strong, that we have to just all these labels that are put onto us that we didn't ask for. And sometimes I just want to be like, I just want to exist, and that's it. Like, I don't want all these limitations, all these expectations that I didn't ask for. I just want to be, literally growing up, I just wanted to exist and have a space to just exist and be and experience my emotions and all those good stuff. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. My family also, we moved to Michigan. Honestly, I enjoyed Michigan because I was exposed to so many different cultures in the sense of like African American culture, but also Black Black people who were born here, and just like that culture too. Because growing up, there was a lot of different things that I did in my household that, you know, culturally my girlfriend doesn't do, or like she'll say references and I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who that is. And like, if you watch Abbott Elementary, I'm always having like a Barbara moment. I'll be like, oh, like that's so-and-so. And she'd be like, no, that is not so-and-so. That's actually so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, but that, are you sure that's not so-and-so? And they're like, no, that's so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I don't know. It's just interesting growing up in different cultures. I'm gonna be doing my everyday makeup and keeping it very simple so I don't have to think about everything that I'm doing. I already know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, look at my skin. Let's get into the skin. Yeah. So I'm gonna prime with the Milk Hydro Grip. I really like this primer. I feel like it feels really nice on my skin and it hydrates my skin. I have dry, sensitive skin. Yeah, I really like this primer. If you want something similar to this primer, I would say the e.l.f. Halo Glow is really, really nice too. Look at myself and I'm like, I can't believe I used to hate myself. Like, I really genuinely didn't start feeling attractive till I was in college. Like my freshman year of college, and that was when I was what, 18, 19. And that's a long time to feel unattractive, to feel unworthy of love. Like when you have such a negative view on yourself, it really does shape the way that you move in the world, the opportunities that you get, like how you feel, how you show up in a room. And like, I feel like I also was very shy and timid as a kid. So to be doing what I'm doing, talking on camera and like being a model and just having to be on camera is just also crazy to me, because I would have never thought I would be doing something like this, because growing up I was so shy, I was so timid, I was very in my own space. I'm an introvert at heart. Like I love having my own space, I love being in my own bubble, I love like just me. But I don't know, I just felt, not to say that I was destined for more, I just felt like creatively, that's where my heart is. Like I love being creative. Okay, now I'm gonna be going in with my foundation. I'm gonna be using the Skin Enhancing Stick by Amina Cole, and this is in the shade 1110. I feel like it blends into my skin so nicely. In the beginning of this video, I asked myself, when did I feel beautiful? And again, I didn't really start feeling attractive till I was in college, but honestly, fully, I didn't really start feeling attractive till like in my 20s. Like when I hit 20, that's when I was like, wow, I'm really that girl. Like, I don't know, I'm really that girl. Like, I'm really that girl. I'm really that girl. Like, I don't know what to tell you, girl. Also, I just started really allowing myself to explore different parts of me, like my sexuality, sex, hair, like just having fun and being a full human with full emotions, full range, and just allowing myself to be. And also I moved out. That was the biggest thing. Like I moved out, and that was the best decision that I've ever made in my life. I also wanted to talk about 3 lessons that I've learned being a creative director, because I got a lot of questions about being a creative director. Honestly, getting into this industry, I had no idea what I was doing. I want to make that very clear. I still have no idea what I'm doing. I think with this industry is very much a learning lesson, trial and error. Same with modeling. Like I've been modeling officially for about 3 years. 3 things that I've learned so far on my creative journey and being a creative and being in a creative role is 1, trust the vision. Not only trusting the vision, but also trusting myself. That is something that I'm really learning to do. I sometimes do have a hard time trusting myself and trusting my decision. And when you're a creative director, people are relying on you to make a decision, and like you're in charge. So you really do have to trust yourself. I feel like I did another creative project last year, and I compare that project a lot, because when I did that first project, and I can't believe it's been a year since that specific project, I really didn't trust myself. Like, I felt like I was relying on my team to make decisions for me, which is fine sometimes because it is a collaborative shoot. I was working with other people, so it was meant to be collaborative. However, if it is my project, I need to be in control and I need to be certain in what I'm doing and the vision that I'm creating, because I feel like at times when you're relying on other people to make decisions for you, sometimes your vision can get lost because you're relying on other people. And I don't know, you just have to have a balance in, okay, this is when I need collaborative input, and then this is when I really need to trust myself to make a decision for the team. So just paying attention to that and really trusting yourself as a creative and trusting the things that you do and trusting the vision that you're trying to execute. The second thing that I learned being in creative and like being in a creative role is communicating without leading with my feelings. And I put down communicating without emotion. Like, of course, we're human beings. We're always going to be, not always, but most of us can be reactive, and myself included. Like, at times I can be reactive and I can communicate with my emotions. But if you are leading a team and you are in a creative shoot, you need to learn to not communicate with your emotions. Like, when someone is giving you feedback or someone is trying to vocalize how they feel about something, take a moment to leave your feelings to the side and take what they're saying objectively and not personally. And like, they're not attacking you, they're just vocalizing, okay, I felt like this could have been done a little bit differently, or I appreciated this, however, I wasn't comfortable with this. And for me, when I'm working with people, I really want to create that environment where people feel comfortable communicating with me and people feel comfortable, just point blank period. I never want to put anybody in an uncomfortable position. I always want to leave room for communication, and we're human. So like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give myself grace first. Always, always, always give yourself grace first, because you are learning. Like, this is a learning, like, I feel like if you didn't go to school, because I didn't go to school for this. I actually went to school for communication. I didn't finish college. I actually took a break because it was a lot mentally. That's not really something that we're here to talk about. Or at least communicating in a way that is effective and like, not like, okay, we're pointing fingers. Someone is communicating how they feel and you're listening. So that is also something I'm trying to learn too, is not taking something personally and really listening to somebody and what they have to say, which takes time and just takes patience. But if you genuinely care about the people you're working with, you'll take the time to listen to them and you'll take the time to hear what they have to say and what they're trying to communicate to you. Sorry, my camera overheated as I was saying that, but I don't even remember what I said. Communicating. So another thing that I learned too is being an active communicator and learning to communicate professionally without feeling like someone is attacking you and not taking things personally. Oh, I do not like this blush. Hold on, I'm gonna get a different blush. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna be using the Danessa Myricks. I love Danessa Myricks. I love all her products. I really like a bright under eye, so I'm gonna use the Lancome, and this is in the shade 500. I do feel like this concealer is a bit yellow, but it's fine. It works out when I blend everything out, so it's okay. But yeah, I really feel like all those situations taught me how to communicate professionally, how to really put my feelings aside. And also, I had a lot of moments where I was having self-doubt, but I had to remind myself that this project was bigger than who I am, and it was bigger than me. It was bigger than all of us. Like, we're literally I'm trying to make an impact, and just in order to make an impact, you have to understand that what you're doing is bigger than you, and you have to keep going. You know, I had to literally sit down with myself and be like, this is bigger than you. You have to keep going. This is bigger than you. You have to keep going. Like, you don't know the impact that you're gonna make until you put it out. And also, putting it out is scary. Like, putting it out is scary. Like, when you work so hard on something and then you have to put it out into the world to perceive it, that's kind of scary. Like, what if they don't perceive it right? Like, you know, like, I don't know. I had all these hypothetical situations in my head that there was a point where I really wasn't about to do it. And so I had to just push through and remind myself again that this is bigger than me. And that I literally am using my platform to make an impact. Also being able to network, and I feel like I'm getting really good at building my networking space. And so when you are at these creative events, really putting yourself out there. And for me, as an introvert, that is scary. Like, that is very, very, very scary. And at times I can be very awkward. Like, I can be very awkward, I can be very shy. So it takes time being able to really put yourself out there and build that confidence to come up to people and talk to people and all that good stuff. But just be patient with yourself and remind yourself that it takes baby steps. Like, I was not always this, I feel like some people think that I'm extroverted, but I'm really not. I'm very introverted, and it took me a while to really get extroverted in a way. Also, I knew to be where I'm at, I need to meet people. I need to make connections. I want to be in print media. I want my work to be in print media, so I need to talk to people. I need to talk to the right people. So in the beginning, I would literally just start with going to art galleries, being in the spaces where I know those people were gonna be at. Why with this blush? Just like, I feel like the pigment. I will say, I do regret one thing about how I executed this project. I feel like I should have waited, and that is something that I'm getting better at, that I want to get better at, I should say. Bronzer, this is the MAC bronzer, Rich Rosy, warm up my face. So I was doing a lot that week, and so my mind was on go, 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 go. And I was also shooting a campaign for Camila Rose, and that had to be like, got the products, submitted it literally the day of the shoot. I came home, I finished editing the video, I filmed the video, and then I submitted the video. So like, I think my mind was just on go, go, go. And I feel like I want to create a space where my creative projects and my content creation is like different. Like, they're in different worlds. And in my content creation, of course I have deadlines, I have to be on time, but I also want a whole space for me to enjoy what I'm creating and not feel like I need to output, you know? And I don't do creative projects all the time. Like, I feel like I choose one big creative project that I'm gonna put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money into it, because I did fund the whole project. I funded myself. I paid for the photographer, I paid for the studio. That takes a lot of time and energy. So I choose one specific project where I'm going to put a lot of time and effort. However, I also want to take more time to enjoy what I'm putting out. I just get so excited to share, and I'm not an oversharer, but when it comes to like my work, I want to share. Like, I want people to see what I've been doing. I love sharing, but I don't know. I just feel like it's okay to slow down. It's really with social media. It's so, sometimes you feel like you need to show people what you're doing, and it's just like, no, like, people don't need to always know that you're busy, you know? And like, people don't always need to know that you're actively working on something, that you're actively doing something. It's okay to appreciate your projects, and that is something that I really am working on, is slowing down and appreciating my projects, and like just appreciating it and sitting and being like, wow, I really did that. Like, I really created that. Like, that is so amazing. That is so cool. If you are in the creative space and you also have some things that you've been learning and you want to share, please feel free to share in the comments. I love engaging with you guys in the comments. I think it's so fun. Like, I love creating conversations like this. I'm going in with a primer to prime my eyes, and then going in with mascara. Okay, I finished the rest of my makeup off camera because my camera kept overheating, and I was like, girl, all right. So I did my lip combo, I put on mascara, and then I set my face. Set my face using the Professional by Benefit I'm heating up breakfast right now because the girl's hungry, and I also have to shoot a campaign for Primark soon, so I low-key have to be on the road. But I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope this video was insightful. I hope you're able to learn a little bit about me, but also my creative journey, and I hope I continue to bring you along this journey, which I think I will, but like also sit down and like do videos like this where a little bit more intimate, a little bit like you're getting to know me. I like these videos, even though it was, I hope it wasn't chaotic, but to me, like doing all of this at the same time, it was a lot, and I'm still learning how to use this camera, but I'm really proud of myself for pushing through that and still committing to this. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more of me and my content. I really like this look. I like this hair, like, ugh. Like this hair. Yeah, if you're interested in this hair, I made a video already. It's crochet. It's lasted a month. Like, this is a month in and it still looks amazing. I feel like it looks way better now than when I first did it. It looks so much more natural, and I get so many compliments. People think it's my hair, and that's how you know I did a good job. But I hope you guys like this video. I will see you next time. Bye, love y'all. Oh, also, we just hit 2K. Yay! We just hit 2K. We just hit 2K! Oh my god, I'm so excited. When I first started this channel, I've had this channel sitting for about a year, and I was just so scared. I was like, I don't know what to post, and I kept overthinking, but look at us! We just hit 2K! But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a giveaway soon. I just have a lot going on right now, but soon a giveaway will be coming because I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for the love, the comments, the support. I feel like everyone here is so nice and so sweet, and I love engaging with you guys in the comments. So don't forget to leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.